All right, let's get back to actually looking into Python. Go back to your application menu, go into your terminal. We are just going to type in Python 3 as soon as it loads up. And let me see if I can actually increase my font a little bit on this here, just for the sake of making it a bit easier for everybody to see here. Cool. Let me bump that up. Boom. Cool. Run out of a bit of space on the screen, but it's a lot easier for everybody to see. Now, interesting thing there. I just typed in Python, and what did you see it do? I am sitting into Python 2.7 right now. I don't want that. You don't want that either. You actually want to be in Python 3. So type in Python 3. Cool. We are now into the actual Python 3 IDE. And let's get started with variables. So what is a variable? Let's go back to high school math. A variable is really a container that can mean anything. In Python, let's say we wanted to name a variable of A. Okay, right now, A doesn't exist. A is not defined. But we could say we want A to equal 1. So now if we type A, it equals 1. We can do this interesting thing called type and then put A into there. So type is a function. We'll get further into those later. But you can see that this is an integer. All right. So let's say we have, we want B. B doesn't exist either. But what if we want B to equal 2? Right? So now we have A and we have B. And we can also do A plus B. And what does that give? That gives us 3. So right now we are looking at something that is very, I guess, elementary algebra, pre-algebra type statements. A variable is just like that. It is a container for something else. Now, it doesn't have to be a number. A is already defined, but we could say we want to change it. So now we can make it a string. When you want to define a string, though, in Python, let's say this is a string. Oh, syntax error. Reason for that, you need to put strings in quotes. So now, A means this is a string. So if we do that nice little type function again, it's going to tell us this is a string. Now, what happens if we try to add A plus B? We get an error because these two variables do not match in their type. So you can't add them together. There's a thing called concatenate that you can do, but you have to turn them both into strings. But that is what a variable is. It is a container for really one sort of data. So go ahead and play around. Make a couple of variables here. Let's do C. Let's name that just one word. Test. D. Hello. They're pretty easy to define and make a variable in Python. You don't have to, like a lot of other languages that are statically typed, you don't have to define everything up front. You don't have to be like A equals string up front, and then you can set A as a string later on down the line. You know, all you have to do is say A equals something, and there you go. You have it defined. Next video, let's talk about something that is known as none, or the null type of value.